I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my click. I need a 30 for 30. All right, America, I'm glad to be bringing to you a brand new segment called Ray's Take. Y'all used to seeing my brother Ray Cesarleo talk to you about the Cowboys. You know, like I said before, he's the pulse of Cowboys Nation. But today, he's going to show y'all some more variety, some more diversity when it comes to his sports take. The man is a former sports director, so the man can really talk it all. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm going to let him go ahead and do his thing, and then we'll chime in after. Ray, what you got for him today, dog?
This is why I like this show, first of all. That's why I'm a fan of the show, because I can come on here once the Cowboys go fishing and I can still come on here and have a good time and talk about things non-Cowboys related. So I appreciate you for allowing me to come and hang out one more time, man. Let's have some fun and talk the latest happenings, if you will, in the world of sports. And I got a good one to talk about today, man.
Okay.
If it's okay, I would like to focus on Kyrie Irving. Now, we all know how I talk in the group text about Kyrie, so I'll give the folks at home kind of an outlook on how I used to feel about Kyrie Irving.
All right, we're making news right now then, okay.
We already making news on that. Man, for a long time, I've always thought Kyrie was just flat out crazy, man. I know some people say he's different. Weird. I just thought the man was outside his mind crazy. Like he doesn't live in reality. Like it may be something wrong with Kyrie Irving. I've always thought that about him. And just some of the things that he says, whether it's the earth is flat or he starts talking about things like they're out of this realm and we just don't understand his level of thinking. I used to be like, man, Kyrie is just crazy, right? And then Kyrie took that leave of absence here recently. And I've always had the saying, I get it. Kyrie Irving's a professional athlete, multi-millionaire, will never have to worry about money a day in his life. So he does live by a different set of rules than what I'm accustomed to. But you still got to call in sick. That's what I said earlier today. Like you still gotta call in sick if you're just gonna miss work. You can't not show up to work. You still work for somebody else in the Brooklyn Nets. But man, I want to take a serious moment to talk about Kyrie Irving. Man, as much as I pick on this guy to say like he's not the best basketball player that like he might think he is, or Kyrie lives on another planet sometimes, I saw a real guy today in his return, I guess you want to call it return press conference from his hiatus. We've seen this guy do things in 2020 and before that too, really, but with all the injustices going on, we have seen Kyrie do things that I haven't given the brother enough credit for, and I really would like to do that right now. We've heard about him buying George Floyd's family a house, putting people through college. We saw him on Zoom, and I made fun of the man for being on a Zoom call with the community of Brooklyn instead of being at a game, right? He's in a meeting when he's supposed to be at a game. But when I start putting all this together, Kyrie is doing what I think any of us would ask of guys in his position. Kyrie Irving is using his platform to affect change, not just inspire change, but affect change. And I've seen it and I get it now, man. Kyrie's just different, right? Back when they were talking about boycotting the season, when they were playing in the bubble and they were thinking about boycotting the rest of the season, that was Kyrie that was one of the leading voices. Like, man, let's not do this. Let's just stop playing basketball. And while I thought it was kind of, wild at the time, Kyrie was ahead of the curve on that. You know what I mean? To sometimes to make a statement, you have to go against the grain in all aspects. So as much as I pick on him and be like, man, you can't not show up to work, Kyrie's still been working. It hasn't been basketball related, but Kyrie's still been working, man. So clearly he doesn't care what I think. And I think that's awesome in this sense. He doesn't care what the media thinks, even though he came out and apologized and said, I am sorry for the way that I've been treating y'all. He even went on to talk about like his mental health issues, man, just saying like what he's been seeing going on in our world today, it doesn't sit well with him to the point where he just doesn't know how to react. That's a real thing. Like, I know for me personally, sometimes I see what's going on in our world, man. I'm just like, I don't even know how to respond to it anymore. Like, you just want to shut down. He said that in open forum and put himself out there as like a imperfect person. And for me, anytime anybody can do that, put themselves out there, it's just like, hey, man, this is me. This is who I am. And flawed and all. I don't even know if I'm saying it the right way. that's what Kyrie did today, and said, I will come back and try to be the best basketball player I can be. I don't even care about that. At the end of the day, what that young man has done off the court, using his platform, I got nothing but respect for Kyrie Irving. I'm still going to pick on him a little bit. I just have to. Because he is still outside of his mind. But for what it's worth, man, Kyrie Irving is a true leader, activist, and just a real man. So I just want to give that man the utmost respect for what he's been doing. Seriously.
Man, brother, I'm glad you said that, man, because I don't want our platform to be like some of these other shows where their criticism is much louder than their adulation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I've stopped watching First Take because of Stephen A. being who he is.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, is his praise for whatever, let's say they end up winning the championship this year.
Yeah,
I
sure.
wonder will his praise be as loud as his criticism, because he called for the man to retire, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He did.
And so I appreciate you for saying that. Well, JoJo, what you got, man?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, I agree with Ray. I know at times we, as you said, as far as his activism and the things that he's doing, like it's great. And I try to make sure I'm not the person of saying he did the right thing, but he didn't do it the right way.
Right.
Let's just focus that he did the right thing. Like he did something that we've been calling for people to do.
Yep.
Cause I was one in the group. Hey, I had my things I had to say about Kyrie, but it did get to a point where I said, hey, I don't know. Is his mental quite there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because things started to seem a little weird, started to seem a little Kanye-ish. But again, man, after seeing and him explaining, which that's what we called for on the episode before. We wanted to know your reason.
That's
hey,
right.
You gave us your reason. Hey, let's go.
Yeah, again, man, it's refreshing to see somebody put themselves out there like that. I know professional athletes, and they have to be, right? They have to be guarded. They have to be because it's image based. You can't come off as weak in any form of fashion. So you always have to have it on. You got to always be on. The switch has always got to be on. I really respected the fact that Kyrie was willing to come out there and just kind of be like, man, I did it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying the way I said it or did it was right, but it's what I did. And in the moment, I just, I felt like that's what is meant for me to do. Some of it is, yes, Kyrie likes to hear himself talk. He does. He's very much built that way, where sometimes he just wants to talk. He wants to sound more eloquent than you, and that's cool. But the substance, like the reality of it is this. Kyrie Irving has gone in his own pocket countless times, pulled out his own money, and said to people I don't know, here's what I will do for you, and I don't need nothing in return. He hasn't promoted this in any way. Other people are promoting it for him, which is what I appreciate. Kyrie has not gone out and said, I bought this person a home or paid for this person to go to college, right? It's always been word of mouth. So he's not doing it for the attention on that end. It's just who he is. It's the way he operates. So just because it's not the way that I would do it per se, who cares? Kyrie's doing it. He's doing it the way we have always said we want our athletes to be. At the end of the day, this is just a young black man who has said, I'm willing to step up. And if it means I got to step away from the game for a minute to do it, then I'll do it. And when I come back, I feel like I'll still be one of the best players in the game. And to that, I say, do your thing. He's got a lot of help to do it now. So we'll find out what happens. But again, just much respect to Kyrie Irving for what he's doing off the court. But Kyrie, next time, just call in sick. They got sick days built into the contract. You're Kyrie Irving. Just call Steve Nash and the owner, the general manager, whoever, say, hey, man, I'm not feeling good today. I'm not coming in. Don't just have your teammates like, hey, man, Kyrie coming in today? Hey, man, with 5 minutes tip off with Kyrie. And then they look on Zoom and Kyrie sit up there like this.
That's not how this guy was, but hey, like you said, he different.
He is. Yeah.
Well, there it is. That's Ray's take for this week. Appreciate you, boy.
Yes, sir.
Go. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.